You're in my kingdom with my Tim's on. How many championships? Like 6 rings on. They need rappers like me. They need rappers like me. So they can get on their fucking keyboards and make me the bad guy. Hey yo, I've been on. Bitch, you been on.
Hello y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Just Lost JC. JC from Just Lost JC. My name is not in fact Just Lost JC. If that's what you thought, I'm judging you. I'm really judging you. In this video, like in all videos, I'm gonna be talking about me. No. In this video, I'm going to be discussing edges and this perception that the lack of edges I feel like there's a narrative that's a derogatory narrative, if that wasn't implied, I'm saying it out loud, a derogatory narrative that gets applied to having no edges. Now I am gonna hold my hands up and say that I too have played heavily into this narrative. I've oftentimes found myself saying, take all my edges, I don't even want them anymore, I don't even, what are edges, go just take them. Or, girl, you might want to calm down because edges are hard to find and I will snatch yours. Or, yes, we love a queen with some slick up edges and baby hair, yes. Like I said, I too am not above this, but as I've come to evaluate myself and my life and the choices that I have made, listen, everyone has some bad days, everyone has some dark days, everyone has done some things that they're not proud of, okay? Okay? Don't cast the stones when your house is glass or something like that. But edges have been a thing that is heavily talked about in our community, especially the natural hair community. The grade of edges that you have, whoop, whoop, whoop. The lack of edges that you have, whoop, whoop, whoop. How much edges you have, whoop, whoop. Like people, edges, we're just always on edge. We're just always on edge. But I wanted to discuss how I lost my edges. Basically, I want to talk about my edges, my own relationship with them, and how we need to see more people out there discussing people that naturally just have thin edges. Now, I know we've all seen the videos where like someone's trimming all their edges off because it's not as thick as it once was. And I'm looking at you like, sis, the way your edges look when you cut them off is how my edges look, because like the way your edges looked and you cut them off because you weren't happy with them, with how my edges look naturally. So is something wrong with my edges? So I was like, and then I started thinking maybe I'm doing something that's, you know, pulling them out. Maybe I'm doing something that's making me lose my edges, basically. And then I started thinking back into my childhood and I realized that I've always had this condition, the edgeless condition. You know what I mean? You guys might be like, you're exaggerating, and maybe I am, but let me show you my edges. Let me just show you. And I wish I could have found pictures of when I was young and stuff like that, but girl, if I do, I'll put them in, but girl, you see this whole quadrant right here? See how this looks sparse? That's natural. This is naturally me. This is who I am, guys. Don't look at me. I'm idiots. Don't look at me. I'm idiots. Look, this, a lot of people, their edges stop here and then the rest here would be like, you know, full grown hairs, real life hairs. These, nope. Even here, a whole bunch more things that I would consider edges. Things that I would consider baby hairs because they're definitely not full grown hairs. Let me tell you that. Yep. Still, you know, some sideburns. I got a lot of sideburns too, you know what I'm saying? And then it goes even deeper. Let me show you the real problem area. Will you guys still love me after this? Look at this. You guys might be like, what? That looks like a twist. No, but you see how the twist gets really sparse throughout? It's because there are a lot of hairs in this quadrant in particular on both sides, basically my temples, that like stop here like that. And this has been, since I started my journey, I could always make baby twists. If I really just use the hairs that are like baby hairs, the twist would stop up to here, you know what I'm saying? This, I just added some hair from sections that are longer, that always grow longer, but no, I can have baby twists because the hair there just is very thin. Even this amount of hair, like this twist is very thin for the amount of hair, the surface area of hair that I twisted into it. See how like, so I look crazy. So yeah, sis, now that you guys have seen the real me, if you guys want to unsubscribe, please don't, because I'm sorry. It just takes a lot. It takes a lot to be able to come on camera and show the world who you really are. So please don't unsubscribe. If anything, just for the quivering lip, please. So basically, I decided that this was due to genetics because since I started my natural hair journey, or become a conscious natural, like 10 years ago, always been like that. And then I actually have noticed recently, my mom, not recently, it's always been like this, I just never paid attention, but my mom also has the same, this whole section of her hair is baby hairs. So really, if we're talking about baby hairs and people like, oh my god, I have so much baby hairs, I shouldn't be ashamed now that I think about it, because I have a lot of baby hairs. And isn't that the goal, to get at baby hairs? And that means I'm winning, really, right? Wrong. No, but in all seriousness, I think it's just genetics, and I think that a lot of people, they don't discuss these things, and especially if you see videos where people are like really upset about their edges, which there's a lot of people that rightly so are trying to get their edges back to where they once were due to wig wearing and weave wearing and having glue on the edges, or playing with their edges, things like that. They have lost actual edges and they're trying to get it back. But I think there are people like me that have watched these videos in the past and been like, ooh, she's saying her edges are thin. Those are how mine look naturally. I'm comparing her ending line or her finish line to my beginning, and we're on two different levels. This is the end for her because she's done so much. Her beginning was really thick and it was really full, or it was really whatever. And now at the end, because of all that she's done, or he has done, her edges look like so. And my edges in the beginning, without me doing anything detrimental to them, look like her end. And so it's not a fair comparison because clearly we're starting on different parts of the spectrum. So I just wanted to do a PSA out there for people that are like myself, edge challenged. I think that's what we prefer. We can all take a vote on it. All the people that are edgely challenged, definitely comment down below, and we can all take a vote. We all want to feel comfortable. We are, you know, we're not a monolith, but still a nice word or phrase to describe us, you know, not a misnomer, just something that's accurate but sounds politically correct and also sounds like something that I could put on a t-shirt. That's what we're doing now. So yeah, comment down below what term you prefer, but yeah, just wanted to point that out. And I will say this also, there was a period of time where I was like even more edge challenged. Like I think this is me in my natural habitat, fully formed. Here I am. This is me. This is where I'm supposed to be now. Yeah, this is what I am. But there was a time when I was in undergrad, oh my god, and even the end of high school when I was doing regents and stuff like that, exams, and then in college when I was studying for my engineering exams. Listen, the one place that I went, obviously my hair was in twists, and I'd be studying and I'd just be like in my edges, just not yanking them out. I'm not saying I have trichotillomania, I think that's how you pronounce it, where people like pull out hairs from their eyelashes or their eyebrows or their edges, or no, not trick, but it was almost like when I was stressed, it wasn't eating, it was like in my hair. I'm trying to do a problem set and I would be like just, not even pulling them out, just like, you know, I guess stroking them or playing with them, and then I would look on my page by the end of the 3-hour problem set session and there would be like just all these baby hairs just right there. And this was in undergrad, but I'm like I said, my hair, I've been able to do baby twists. I've been doing twists 8 years ago, the beginning of high school, 8th grade. I've been able to do baby twists, so that it's not because of that now my hair is like, oh my god, different. No, I've always had smaller edges, but that time, oh my god, it was like even more sparse. Then I was really like, oh my god, what have I done? And I think I preferred this side, I think, or was it this side? I don't know. One of the sides I preferred. It was a mess. But now I am not in that program anymore, and I don't really have long study sessions, and I'm not really stressed, so I don't really play in my edges like I used to. But Man, if you had seen me back then, girl. If you had seen me back then, girl. It was a very interesting look, you know. But I rocked it, you know, because, you know, that's what you do. You rock it or whatever. So, you rocking out whatever. Another thing that I want to say is that I have done research on this just to see. I'm like, is this normal? And yeah, there's actually a lot of people, I think majority of people, there's really few, no, I wouldn't say few. I think majority of people have thinner hair and more sparse hair on the temple area of their hair, their total head. I think it's very rare that people have hairs all the same length to the edge. Like I have seen that. I remember there was this one Indian American, I think she was born in America, but her family was from India, and she was on the Tyra Banks show, America's Next Top Model. Anchal, I think her name was Anchal. If I could find a picture, if I remember her name and I'm able to find a picture, I'll put it here. But she had like, and I've seen I guess a few brown people, I would say, like Indians, that have like hair that grows almost the same length even at the edges. And I remember Tyra ended up, oh, this just looked very painful when I was watching it, but Tyra ended up having her thread her edges back to give her a higher forehead, and to create, I guess, more of like a tapered look. That's the first time, and I think the last time that ever happened on America's Next Top Model. But yeah, so that is kind of rare. I think most people have obviously baby hairs, but I don't know, it varies. So if you have thinner hair at the temples, it's normal, it's a thing that happens, and if you don't, that's normal too, and it's a thing that happens, and both I think are equally acceptable and should equally be promoted and seen out there. So that is my story about how I'm JC and I have not much edges naturally. That's all. That's what I want to talk about, guys. Look at you. Thank you so much for sitting here and listening to me talk about this. Like, who would have thought? Who would have thought? So thank you for that, or whatever. So yeah, I hope that any of you guys that know family members like this, or you're like this, comment down below. Let everyone know that we are here, all right? In fact, comment down below edgeless. Not even if you don't have edges, but just edgeless. So I know you made it this far. I've never done that before. Let's see how many people actually make it this far. Never really test. Whenever people do that, I'm like, what is this, a pop quiz? What are you trying to see if I'm real or not? Like, who are you?
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
I don't do well under authority. Actually, I do very well under authority. I like crave someone telling me what to do so that I could do it perfectly and get like an A+. I live for that. I'm joking. I'm slightly lying. Slightly. I mean, partially. I mean, who doesn't love an A+, okay? But anyway, yeah, comment down below #edgeless just to see if you got this far. Why not try it out and see what I want? But yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Bye. Bye.